got out of the Navy in May '88. A couple years later, between 90 and 91, I started noticing stiffness in my joints and stuff. Gradually working in my feet to my knees, through my ankles to my knees to my hips, and then into my arms and my hands and my shoulders. By '93, I went to the VA hospital and asked them what was going on with me. They ran a whole bunch of tests on me, diagnosed me with rheumatoid variant disease, which is kind of a fancy name for arthritis for younger people, and started giving me a regimen of steroids and vitamins. All the things I've tried: calcium, magnesium, vitamin C. This is called structural lubrication formula. VA medication, naproxen. That wasn't a VA one. Here's a VA one. This is another naproxen. They had me at a point where they had me another Tylenol 3. They had me injecting myself with thiamine. That's not that bad. It's a vitamin. They had me injecting myself with steroids with folic acid, with methotrexate. But now I don't take as many. Thank God. They had me on what the hell is it? Motrin. They had me on Motrin 800 milligrams for like 3 years till I was getting blood. Wasn't a good thing. Sir? Yeah, I'll call you if we don't take Metro Mobility back. You know, we'll do that.
I can just call you whatever you decide.
Okay, it'll probably be around like 1 o'clock or something like that.
Okay, we'll see you.
Alright, have a good day.
Yep.
In the next 3 to 4 years, I walked into the VA, and then I ended up getting a wheelchair from the VA, which I use at school for my means of transportation in order to get to and from class, because we're at the VA hospital for my monthly checkup to see how I'm doing. First thing we gotta do is go to blood draw. Handicap accessibility, it is. Just by the push of the button. You can open the door. Why don't you guys got a button on this door? Could you do us a favor and tell us what are all these tests for?
What are these for? Yeah, the ones that I know. I'm checking your iron, rheumatoid arthritis, a fluorescent antibody, which is called a FANA. I'm not sure exactly what that's looking for. Liver function, test for inflammation, white count, hemoglobin.
Is there any of those that you don't know what they're?
I'm not sure exactly what the FANA is looking at. I know it's a fluorescent antibody, but...
Fluorescent?
And then they're doing a C-reactive protein, which checks the protein in your blood.
I've been doing a lot of researching, and I got involved with the American Gulf War veterans and found out a lot of things that the government wasn't telling us straight out. This is the Senate committee report. This is a Persian Gulf illness. Are we treating the veterans right? A hearing before the Senate committee report. Now we're heading to Specialty Clinic 1B. I think I'm late for my appointment, which is a regular thing. But oh well. Thank you. Myself, and then I have to go urine sample. This doctor we're going to go see, she's not going to be very, she probably won't be too thrilled about the video camera, but we'll see what happens when that comes. My name or anything? Well, I think it started with the vaccinations. We were given a numerous amount of vaccinations that were never tested by the FDA. And we were kind of the guinea pigs of it. And I think what happened is that it would stay dormant in your system. And then some precursor or something would trigger it off. And then all of a sudden the debilitating effects came about. The things that I was claiming in '92 are the things that the Gulf War vets are claiming within the last 2 years. Leaving the VA, heading back to school, somewhat uneventful doctor's appointment. The doctor wouldn't allow us to do any videotaping during the examination. She wouldn't give us a specific reason why. She just said she wouldn't do the examination. And so how do I have this arthritic condition? And my brother, being in the Army, went to the Gulf, and he started suffering the same thing as I did. I was married with 2 children, and it was really hard because as my health got worse, I was unable to have a lot of contact with my children as far as physical contact goes, with playing around with them, tickling them, and stuff like that, pushing them on the swings, other stuff. So it was kind of depressing, and it also was very hard to go through. It's I'm since now divorced. My ex-wife is doing the best job she can raising my children. I know it kind of had a lot of stress on most of my relationships dealing with this condition, because it's kind of hard to be with somebody and then watch them go through this slow, I don't know, what would you call it? Going to school at MCC. I just finished there with my associate's degree this year. Well, this year it's funny. This is Memorial Day that we're recording this. This is the day we're supposed to be honoring the men and women that have died for our country. I keep telling a lot of people that when I joined the military and I said that I would die for my country, I didn't think that they would take me literally and continue to use testing on me. I thought for a time that I'd be able to hate the government, you know, and hate the United States and stuff because of what I've gone through, but I love the United States. This is my home. Love is what makes the world go round. And it's easier to love than it is to hate, because when you start hating, it just kind of eats you up inside. And I wanted to hate somebody, or I wanted to blame somebody for what was going on with me, but I found out that was just making me more angry, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. Even though I did do research on, on the whole background of the whole Gulf War and the sinister ties and the questions that a lot of people don't realize are there about the Gulf War. But I just need to survive. That's the whole thing, to survive and to go on in this realm, being the best person that you could be. Frustrating, but what do? Can't give up. You give up, you die, and I'm not ready to do that yet.